Good evening, fellow racers. How are you? How is everyone tonight? It is I, ShushieBushie from Evo Media Productions, bringing you another wonderful race on this beautiful Thursday evening. We are all the way here in Germany. Oh, sorry, Netherlands. I do apologize. We're here in Netherlands at Zandvoort. It's a beautiful hot day outside. As you can see on the screen right now, qualifying lap is busy happening. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been what, 2 weeks now since our previous match, previous race that was casted by G-Max. Yeah, me casting it as ShushieBushie, and on production we do have DroneZA.
Good evening, everyone.
So I'm very excited for this track. It should be a very interesting one. Yeah, I'm excited. Currently, if you're not aware, this is a qualifier for a bigger race, for top 30. For top 30. So currently on those standings, we'll have the standings up soon as well for you guys to see. What we'll see. Yeah, so it should be on the screen showing up for you guys now. On that, you will see on the first position that we do have Bruno. He's been there for the previous 2 races, so he's racked up quite a good points. 57 points to be total, which is pretty good. Behind him, not far behind him though, is JZ Hrobler with the 55 points. He was also here for the previous 2 races. It's just take note, both these races were driving in the Mercedes. A Mercedes AMG, so it might be the Mercedes that's pulling forward with best performance. So which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, it seems like they're doing well.
But yeah, if you see on the left-hand side of the driving standings, you do see the team standings. As you're aware, some of these drivers are racing their team. You can see it on the driver standings as well, that the team name for who's in which team. You'll take note that Bruno is driving for the Silverback Racing, and on the team standing side, they're on the lead. That's because of the very nice points he's racked. Some of the racers, are how can I say, 2 in a team, and those points do count together. Some of them are more than 2, but it's only the top 2 racers that accumulate the most points that go to the team standings. So I do not know if Bruno has a partner. I am not 100% sure on that. If I remember correctly, he does not. It's only him. But yeah, we could see a complete different face on that, because the points do accumulate together, and it's a bit harder for a single racer to get so many points. It's just astounding that he has, because he has been getting very good placements in the previous 2 races, which is what you want to see.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not easy to get points. You have to be in the top 20 to earn points in a race.
Yes, which is crazy. So first position gets 30 points, second position 25, third position 21, and then fourth 19, and then it goes down like that, as you can hear, where the 20th spot gets only 1 single point. But that's not all how you accumulate points. You also accumulate points by pole position. So if you can get a first position there on the qualifier, you do get points. Notably, previous people that did get to the pole points was Bruno, and then last week it was Carl in the Lexus, which is also amazing to see. There's a Lexus in the top 5. It's not purely Mercedes dominating.
Yeah, and I'm sure some of the guys haven't earned any points. It's at the bottom of the log at the moment. I was looking forward tonight to maybe put some points on the board for themselves.
Yeah, that would be great. I think that's the main goal. Get some points up. You don't want to sit with that 0. But there are, I believe, it's new racers.
So yeah, I put the point system up so that we can can see as well.
Okay, so on the point system, you can see there a quick breakdown of how the points work. And also, it's notably, sorry, that's not the right English. Take note that only the top 5 races get to, well, the top 5 out of the 6 races counts towards your championship, so where you're positioning. So they're doing for that because of load shedding. If you're not aware what load shedding is, because you're not from South Africa, that is where our power gets cut, sadly. That does happen. So some of these racers do miss out on that. They miss some races, but 5 out of the 6, they just have to compete 5 to get a total of points. And 5 points count toward where your standings are, so it could change. The top 20 could change at any time. But that is how we'll accumulate who is the champion of the ACC GT3 Cup. So if you're not aware, new here, oh wait, let's see here. Shane Parkes, how much time of quali is left? If you know, please. So
it's about 7 minutes left.
Yeah, 7 minutes left, and then we're starting the full-on race.
We'll run through the standings again. Just for anybody that's joined the stream now.
Yeah, so if you've joined the stream now, you're new, you want to know what's going on, we've got a few minutes going to qualifier, got a few minutes left on that. And on the screen, as you can see, right, our top 5 currently looks like this is from the previous 2 races. That's how much points they accumulated. You do have Bruno that's been racing exceptionally well. His previous races have been really good. It's been interesting to see this man race. He didn't win last week, which was also pretty interesting.
2 weeks ago.
Well, 2 weeks ago, I do apologize. 2 weeks ago, the previous race, which I believe was in Italy. So he got a second place. Yeah, he got a second place there, which is still a lot of points. 25 points is pretty good. That's why he's keeping in the lead. But JC's right on his track. So, because JC got the previous race as well, he got the second place there. So it seems like we will be seeing these two fight it out most of the time. So yeah, Shane Parker says, thanks, we'll need to spectate due to load shedding. Yeah man, you're going to be racing in spirits, so...
If I look at the current stats quickly of the qualifier, if this is correct, I'm not sure if they've reset somewhere. It seems that Mike McGear is first, has the fastest lap so far. And Raven South is second, and Cornet Breed is third.
What's Mike's lap time there?
His best is 1.35.169.
Nice.
Sorry, 196.
1 minute 35 seconds.
I mean, if I look at the guys behind him, it's split seconds. It's really, really split seconds.
I just want to quickly mention here, if you are new to the channel, wanting to know what's going on, please hit that subscribe button, because we do appreciate it. It goes toward us being able to do more. And also, if you like this, if you like the stream, give it a thumbs up. Good old thumbs up. Also, feel free to put in your prediction. If you know as you can see, the standings are up there. If you there's someone you know, you like, you're here to support, throw the name up. Let's see who you think's gonna end up top in this one. Currently, you will see on the stream there the current in-game standings. This is for the qualifier, and you can also see at the top there we have 5 minutes left of the qualifier.
Yeah, sorry, my mistake. So it seems that the other stats on my side didn't update. It looks like C. Vulcan is first at the moment.
Yes, C. Vulcan
and
is
then we have A.
first.
Versace and J. Grobler.
So also, if you're not aware, we are currently in Zandvoort, Netherlands. Apologize for that. Shane says Brandon Krier, aka Zur, for the win. See what this man can pull up today. Brandon hasn't been doing bad. Let me pull up my stats quickly here.
I mean, it seems like Cadillo, who's the leader on top on the leaderboard, is fourth so far with this qualifier. But I mean, if you look at those times, it's split seconds. The difference is so close.
At the end of the day,
I think we're in for a very, very, very close race tonight.
yes. So great thing about this track is there's a lot more corners on this track. So there's a lot more space for errors. So anything could happen. Someone could do a bit of a collision without like wanting a collision to happen. It just sadly does happen. But at the end of the day, it's about resetting it, making sure you get back on the track and going forward. Anything can happen. Jandre throwing in his hat there for Arno Versaghi, throwing some support his way.
Yeah, giving him some love. It's good. It's always good to see the spectators giving love to these guys.
Well, even if Brandon did get hit by load shedding, he's not doing bad because he's currently sitting on 12th on the leaderboard, sitting with 14 points. It seems he did have an issue in some of these. Still not bad. He still has a lot of racing. I mean, he can make it up now. He can make literally those points up tonight.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this race, we're only halfway. Still 3 more races after this one. And like we said earlier on, the top 5 points from each racer will count towards their total points. Just to give the people a chance that sometimes, you get hit by load shedding, power outages. So many variables that goes into this. So it's good that they did that, give there's a chance so you can miss one race and still have a chance to win the league.
Okay, so we're nearing the last 2 minutes of the qualifier. Still seeing the same top 3 there. I believe we'll only 100% know who will be taking it in at the minute marker. Where the positioning will be. At the end of the day, positioning is also it's good, but most of these racers still can catch up, can still take the lead. Anything can happen on the track, especially here at Zandvoort. Anything can happen. So it'll be pretty interesting to see.
Yeah, and also only the top 30 racers will be racing in tonight's race. Unfortunately, Zandvoort can't handle more than 30 racers. The server will die. And we don't want that. We want a nice, clean race.
Now nearing that 1 minute mark for the qualifier.
I spoke to the organizers of RaceFace, Albertus, and he said with this race as well, they also, as far as I understood correctly, they're limiting the fuel also a bit more to force more pit stops. So we might see a bit more tactical driving tonight. Hopefully we don't get anyone running out of fuel.
And now nearing that 30 seconds, so the 30 seconds here, it's pretty solid now in the last 30 seconds. That what you see now on the screen is most likely what the standing is going to stay as. Yeah, and then this is what we're looking at to see in the race start. Jazz Nova plays, shouting out there, let me watch the boys before I go party. It's every day a party when you're able to race in RaceFace. Alright. Now the last people that's taking the last stroll around the track. For those that haven't finished yet. So yeah, sadly tonight we will not be joined by G-Max because he is being hit by load shedding right now as we speak. So that's a bit of a bummer, but it's not the end of the world because we can at least pick it up and move forward. Just like the last race, we were sadly struck by load shedding, so we couldn't have casted it either. But don't worry guys, one day one day we will not be hit by load shedding, and we will just do this together again, just like the endurance. So that's why I know that's what everyone's waiting for.
Yes, and we do have that endurance race coming up at the end of the season. But
Yeah,
it will
stay
be
tuned
separate.
for that. Stay tuned for that. Another good old endurance race. So I would just like to mention again our current top 3 in the championship is Bruno, JC, and Johnny. If you're not aware about the names, that is car 88, car 13, car 55. Oh, session has ended. I would just like to mention again, if you're busy watching this and you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. You know you want to. And if you enjoy any of the casting, any of the racing, if you just enjoy racing overall, just give this video a little thumbs up. Let us know. As you can see, the timer, the big beautiful timer right on there for the next session. Basically, the race start is in 45 seconds. I hope everyone is excited for this. It is a very warm day here in Zandvoort, Netherlands. I hope you guys have your sunscreen. Put it on. Let's not get burned. Put on those caps. Let's get ready to listen to some engines and watch a race happen. As you can see here at the starting line, everyone's lined up 10 seconds. Can you hear it? Yes, Jono, that pink Lambo is the most cherished part. Well, not cherished, the most prettiest car on the track. And we are go. We're away with C Walken there in the first position there, A Fasach in second, Jay Krolber starting third, and then the leader of the scoreboard, Bruno Cadele at fourth, followed by Jay Kreling at fifth. It is interesting to see the Lambo there kind of pulling a bit forward. All right, so we're reaching that starting line. Moving up forward to it. It's time it's gonna start. It's green light. Give it all you got. And there we go. We got the green light, and they're away. As you can hear, those engines just purr now. Taking their first turn, where C Walken. Oh no, wait, no, there goes Fasaki. Fasaki taking that lead now. Beautiful, beautiful pink Lambo taking the lead. Yes, Jazz Nova, we do agree. Let's have some clean racing tonight. And then right behind Fasaki and his pink Lambo is C Walken, which he did start out at first, so he does also have the 2 pole points. If you're not aware, there's 2 points for coming in first in the qualifier. So that's 2 little extra points you can put on your scoreboard. One thing to take note of Zandvoort is it's got corners. If you're not concentrating on what's happening around you, what's happening in front of you, what's happening behind you, you could bump someone, and you don't want to bump someone. You don't like that. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. So yes, as we can see, Efsach in that Lambo, he's trying to get some distance in already. The main thing about this is this race is there's a lot more pit stops, so you can't go full out right away. You gotta plan it.
I think it's gonna be one mandatory pit stop.
One mandatory pit stop. So that has to happen. You normally see that around the sorry, I lost track there now. So you'd normally see that around the 30-minute marker. That normally happens around there. It depends on as well how hard you race your car. So so it all depends on that. And yeah, you just got to be smart about it, especially for fuel, for tire consumption, especially since it's hot out. But it should be fine. It should be great.
On 10th position, we have Franco Albertine. Everyone's still nicely grouped up.
Yeah, you'll see a lot more. You'll see a lot of grouping here, especially since I believe we're only in the first lap going, or I believe we're in the second lap now. For most of these races, if not all. Oh, look at that bit of the track there. So yeah, right now it's basically about looking for your gaps, looking for your openings, especially since it's so tight. I mean, everyone's right behind one another. There's no one majorly in the lead. Does that car not just sound so beautiful when it purrs? What is that, a Ferrari? Here by Jay Kreiling, sitting in 5th position.
Still have Sahi in 1st position. Walker not far behind him.
I sadly would not know because currently on my side I am seeing a lot of pixels. Do apologize. So yeah, so we are in the second lap. Efsach is still in the lead. Sorry about that, I was just fixing a little bit of a technical difficulty there. Right, yeah, we're looking currently at now car number 2 driven by C. Wilkin. He is driving the Lexus, and he's not far behind Offisahi, but Offisahi is keeping that first position. He's been there from the get-go, so let's hope he can keep it. It would be interesting to see because this is the Lambo hasn't been doing so well on the track in the previous races. I mean, the Lambo. There's only one Lambo driver as well, which is you should take note about. And he's been sitting at 31, but he's had so many technical difficulties. It's been a bit of a problem. So he hasn't even racked up any points. This is the first time he will be able to get points, and he's keeping that first. And like I said previously, it's 30 points getting first position. So even if you missed a race or two, you can rack up more points if you just drive your best. Try to get to good position, try to get those extra points, and stay ahead. Currently in 25th position.
That's last position.
Ah, is it last position? Okay, so we did sadly lose a few people. Not sure if that's load shedding or someone to check the schedule.
If I had to
or-
guess, it's probably load shedding that caused people not to show up.
Eesh, bit of a. It's not the end of the world at the end of the day. So yeah, last position 25. We have P Holden Ace, and then 24th C Breed, and he's Audi. Yeah, they're not that far behind everyone. There's still a fair amount of people that are grouped up, so they can go up in the leaderboard, which is nice to be able to see. You don't feel too far behind. You don't feel too lost. The amount of turns on this track, though, it's interesting. I mean, you're gonna have to watch your tempo. You're gonna have to watch your speed. Can't just speed through it. Speedy Gonzalez through it. You gotta make sure you got the right speed, and also you don't want to take it too slow because there's a race after all. But this is also where you're gonna see a lot of control from the drivers. You don't want to hit someone. You don't want to be that guy. So you will be seeing. And so far, so good. So far, no issues that we've picked up on. So yeah, it's also very interesting to take note. So I just want to double check here to take note that Jay Hrobler, that is second on the leaderboard, is currently sitting at 24th. Don't know if there's some issues he's experiencing, server issues or car issues, or what it might be, or just might not be his track or his race. So, but yeah, just take note that he is currently sitting in 24th. Yeah, let's see if he can climb it back up. So far, he's never finished not in the top 3. I mean, the previous 2 races, the one he won, and then the one before that he came second. Currently looking at Pierre Kruger, that's right behind A. Ooh, sorry if I butcher anyone's name. Yeah, Brandon Kruger right behind A. Sorry if I butcher people's name. Sean Narain. Sean Narain. You can message me afterwards how you pronounce that one. All right, they're right behind another, so I'm guessing Kruger is gonna Kruger is gonna want to try catch up there and take past Sienna Rain. Chad, am I saying that right? Is that how you pronounce it? Currently at number 11.
Rain. I think it's Sienna Rain.
Sienna Rain, yeah. It sounds Afrikaans. Currently at number 11, we do have H. de Wit. H. de Wit sitting there. He's sitting in a comfortable spot there. He doesn't have to be too worried. He does have to put on some gas a little bit here and there to catch up to Jay Bago.
Yeah, Bago.
Who is currently sitting in 10th position. But he's also Bago looks like he's going to try and take Pirelli and Van Skalkwyk. Oh, no, Pirelli just took Skalkwyk. No, and almost a collision there. Almost a collision there.
That might have been a small bump.
They are fighting it seems like they're all fighting for that 8th position there. Pirelli is hot on the heels of Skalkwyk, but Skalkwyk keeps on taking it back. It also seems like Pirelli doesn't have enough power to take him past.
He has to get the right moment in that inside.
I mean, they both are driving the Porsche.
Yeah, Van Skalkwyk in that lovely pink Porsche. Gotta love that livery.
Who doesn't love seeing a pink sports car? A Bago. Oh, so it's Bago. Okay. Not Bago. Bago. Thank you there, Shane. Fact-checking for us. So yeah, it does seem like Skalkwyk is keeping his 8th position. He doesn't want to lose it, and Pirelli is just not finding that opening to take him past. I mean, he's next to him, and then he's behind him, and then he's next to him, and then he's a bit forward, and then he loses it. So it seems like Skalkwyk is just Van Skalkwyk is just keeping that concentration on making sure he keeps his position. And it does look like now he's sitting a bit comfortable on it. It's going to take him one little mistake to for Pirelli to... Oh, what? Ooh, that speed. For Pirelli to take him past. I would just like to mention again, only the top 20 gets points. I want everyone to remember that. Only the top 20 gets points. Where first position gets a 30, second position a 25, and then third 21. And then as it goes down, it does decline. Where 20th position only gets 1 point. Thanks, Sean. Thank you for Shane. Sorry, Shane. Thanks for trying though. Ooh, I said Sean. I apologize.
We'll bring up the driver standings once again.
Shane says that he does not have a clue about Sheen, the one we couldn't pronounce properly. Sorry, I don't know which one because I can't see it right now. We're just having a quick look-see through the point system. And now we're back to where we were. Okay, so currently on number 7, we have Vogel. Oh, wait, I just want to take note there. It seems like Van Schalkwyk dropped to 13th. He just dropped to 13th. What happened? What did we miss? So yeah, Pirelli got his 8th position like he wanted.
Seems he made a mistake.
Seems like Schalkwyk did a mistake. I do apologize, everyone. It does happen. Sometimes people do. Sometimes we do miss things on the track. It does happen. There's 25 races on the track. It's a bit hard to keep up with everyone. Unless you have a team watching each car.
Let's jump on to 5th position.
So 5th position, yeah, we have D. Soretti on there with his Mercedes car 88. Bit behind Jay Greiling, but that doesn't mean there's no time to catch up. Armand de Beer in chat saying let's go for Sahi. And then John Ray coming in there. Die man is op dit. For those that don't know of cons, the man is on it. So yeah, D. Soretti is a bit behind G. Greiling. Taking some of the slows a bit, taking some of the turns, sorry, a bit slowish. I feel like he can put a little bit here, a bit more pedal to it. Might feel, but then again, like I said, it's a one mandatory pit stop and it's 45 minutes on the clock. So maybe he just doesn't want to push his car too much. Jay Greiling there in the 4th position. He is 5 seconds behind Cadillac. Cadillac there chasing Seawalken. Which is also very interesting to see. Cadillac has been top 2 the previous 2 races. So seeing him in a 3rd position is a bit interesting. Especially since Afasaki that's there in the forefront with his pink Lambo hasn't raced in the had technical issues in the previous 2. So maybe this is a bit of a different face to the race now that he can race. But yeah, Bruno's just been having an exceptional season so far.
Yeah, it seems like Fasaki wants to put some good points on the board tonight.
Yeah, he definitely wants to put on some points. 1st position, 30 points. That's a lot of points. Can get you in that top 10 very fast. All right, so in 2nd position there we do have the Seawalken in his Lexus. If I'm not mistaken, this is also the only Lexus in the race. I could be mistaken. I'm just quickly scrolling here quickly through my list of all information. Oh no, we do have one more Lexus driven by Leslie Oliphant. And oh no, we definitely have more Lexus. Oh, my bad. There's about 3 Lexuses in this race. Wow. Alright, my bad. My mistake. So there's only 3 Lexus races, but as you can see in the top 10 right now, there's only 1 Lexus, where you would see a lot more Mercedes and Bentleys, because Mercedes cars have been the bit more dominant cars in this series. so far, because our top two runners on the top two runners on the leaderboard are two Mercedes drivers, which is Bruno Cadele and then JC Grobler. So yeah, but it's very interesting to see now that Lambo, the only Lambo, I want to just mention that again, the only Lambo is #1 right now. So it's interesting to see. But you would think the Lambo doesn't perform that well here on Zandvoort, because I mean it's a lot more turns.
No, but
But
I mean, if you look at a Lambo, it should do better with all the turns. It is a all-wheel drive.
yeah, but the Lambo is a bit more built for that straight. It has a bit more of that power for it. So I guess in a way, yeah. I don't know. I think I just think that Mercedes. I don't know if I'm being a bit too biased there, but I think that Mercedes AMG is one of the best cars on this track. I mean, the car performs, does what you need. It gets stuff done. Not tonight though. Might change, might not. All right, let's take a bit look here at. Ooh, let's see if there's any changes happening right now. Stock is sitting comfortably in that first position. I think it's going to take some time for the for that to change.
Seems like Van Schalkwyk dropped down to 14th position.
Yeah, no, it seems so. Van Schalkwyk is having a bit of a rough time there in that pink Porsche of his. Not sure what happened there, but he did look a bit shaky on the track. He was taking. Oh, there he goes, 13th. Yeah, no, he just got 13. So he does look a little bit shaky here. He is missing some of his corners, cutting it too deep, throwing out too much. But yeah, no, he's trying to get back into that top 10. He was previously 8th, so it's a bit sad to see that he fell down so much.
Sorrel, that is correct. He did start second. C. Wilkin did get pole position with qualifying.
That is correct. So yeah, here at number 9. Oh, picking again the guy that I'm not sure about the surname. I do apologize if I butcher anyone's name. Number 9, a Cinerain. They're in car number 7, comfortably a 9th, trying to catch up to Bago.
You can see the drivers are starting to spread out a bit more over the track now.
Yeah, so as we're closing to the 40-minute marker, everyone's a bit more spread. There has been a total of 12 laps so far. Oh yes, Shay. No, we've had that issue before. No, we try to make sure we don't mess them up. You know, JC Grobler
And Johan
Grobler. The two Groblers, we've had them before, right next to each other as well, so that gets a bit of confusing. But yeah, no, but we try to keep track of which Grobler is which. So yeah, we should at least be on front of that one. Where is currently? Oh yeah, Johan Grobler is currently sitting in 16th.
6th position, we have Gerber in that
Yes.
Audi.
Paul Gerber in his Audi, car number 15. Sporting the good black and green. He's a full 4.6 seconds. Oh, I almost said minutes. That's a bit far. 4.6 seconds behind Di Soretti. So I just want to mention, for those that don't know, you also accumulate points for your team, because there is a overall team that wins as well at the end of the season. if there's more than one person, if there's more than two people, sorry, driving in for that team, the top two best scores do get points, accumulate points for that team. And then yeah, we have an overall winner as well. That's decided after the 6 races, but only 5 of those. You only need to be in 5 of those, and only 5, the best 5 get accumulated into the leaderboard. So Shane, JC Grobler is currently 11th. He did drop. No, he's not 11th. That's not updated. What has happened to JC? He was in a good position. He was in the top 5. Sorry, we're just quickly changing to his car. Wait, it's JC Grobler on 16th. But then where's Johan Grobler? Oh, that is Johan Grobler. Oh, is that JC? Okay, that's JC. I do apologize for earlier. I did mix them up to the end. Wow. Okay, so JC Grobler is sitting on 16th. I did mention it actually earlier, notably that he is currently 2nd on the leaderboard, but here on today's race, he's not getting that great of performance, sitting on the 16th position. Do apologize for a bit of a mix-up. So I believe it's no, that's JC. JC is driving in car 13. JC Grobler is in car 13, the Mercedes AMG. So I believe Johan Grobler is not here this evening. Yeah, it looks like Johan Grobler is not racing tonight. It's only JC tonight. Don't worry.
22nd, we have the other Gerber brother, Doug Gerber. He's on 22nd.
Driving, what's that car number?
69.
Sorry, say again?
69.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so Doug Gerber there in 69, driving that Audi, sitting in 22nd position. All right, if you go a bit up into the ranks, let's see if those top 2 have changed. I believe not. Yeah, no, Efsach is keeping that steady first position there in his little pink Lambo. But Vulcan and Cadillac not far behind.
Yeah,
so
no, they are definitely grouped up, fighting for the top 3 positions.
That is very interesting to see. So basically, I think they're also waiting for pits to happen, so they need to pit. They will most likely see someone like waiting for Saki to pit, so they can get a bit of a lead on him, and then pit. That could be where more of the tactical strategy comes in to see positioning wise and all that, to try and beat this Lambo. Because look at that. The moment that Lambo opens up, like that's the problem with the Lambo. So turns and everything, okay, like it's good, but not of the best. It's those straights. It's the moment he opens up, he puts the foot down. He just gets so much RP in, and he just goes for it. So how do we catch up to that? Gotta wait for him to pit. Gotta wait for that strategic pit. He's also got to be very smart about it, though. He can't just pit willy-nilly. He's got to wait for the right time, get into the pit, and then try to catch up with Vulcan and Cadillac, because I know they're going to take advantage of that as best they can. But they also have to pit, so it's all about timing, all about strategy. And also, if I also have to be honest, Cadillac doesn't actually have to worry so much. He's sitting in first position on the leaderboard with a outstanding 57 points. So even if he gets a third position, he'll be claiming 21 extra points, and he's been in every race where sadly Versaki hasn't. So he's still in a comfortable lead, even if he finishes the third. But I know that is not the man's goal. He wants to get that first position. He wants those extra points. I mean,
He is definitely gonna fight for it.
yeah. As we can see now, he's still keeping that third position there. He's maybe just waiting. He's maybe just waiting for his moment to shine. But we can't forget about Wilkin. Wilkin's currently sitting 4th on the leaderboard with a 36 points. So he's in dire need of extra points to try and get into that top 3 or possibly even take first position from Bruno. I mean, that's the goal. Ah, that Mercedes AMG, that sound, that engine. Hear me purr. So let's go a bit to what's happening there in the 10th position. I see Pirelli is still following there. Ooh, Pirelli's right on Senna Rain's tail. Perfect timing for the switch. Pirelli takes past Senna Rain, and a beautiful overtake. Not a bump, not a hit, and now he just wants to get that speed up, putting down the throttle, trying to get as much speed as well. Yeah, and Senna Rain goes for the pit. So he definitely saw opening, he saw the right gap, and he took it. And now he's going to try and get as much distance between him and Senna Rain as he can, so that he can keep that 9th position. As we can see now, there's 2 people currently in the pit. And if you don't know, there has to be at least one mandatory pit per racer. So you got to keep an eye on your tires, your fuel consumption. At least fuel consumption won't be that big of a problem. I think that's mostly the tires you need to check out for. But yeah, it won't be that bad. There's just a lot of turns on here, so they do wear and tear a lot faster. So we are nearing the 30-minute marker, halfway through the race. And we're still seeing Versaki then for bit of a bump there. Oh, that was almost a bump.
I think they definitely graze each other there. But
yeah,
the control that these guys have is great.
Yeah, to come back from that, because any bump can throw you off completely. So yeah, we are at 18 laps, 30 minutes in, 30 minutes to go. Here in beautiful Zandvoort, Netherlands. It's a hot day. I hope you guys do have your sunscreen on, like I mentioned earlier. You don't want to get burnt. It is sunny. Unless you want to walk away with a beautiful tan, remembering this day.
Unless you're me, you just burn red, and then a couple of weeks later, you're white again, all the way.
Yeah, that happens.
The sun doesn't like me.
The crab effect.
Pretty much. Turn into a lobster for a week or 2.
So I just want to take notably there, JC Krobler, that was sitting at 16th, is now sitting at 10th because of a few pits that happened. He's making use of it now. He has already pitted, so he has the opportunity to just go at it. Most of the 9 races in front of him have not pitted yet, so that does give him opportunity to catch up again to his faithful top 3. Let's see what's gonna happen soon. So Versaki is in the pit.
He is pitting.
So Versaki is in the pit. So now it's about him trying to get pitted as fast as he can. Get out there again. He is still in 4th position. That is easy for him to climb back up though, because the people in front of him also have to pit still. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens regarding that.
Yeah, Wilkins enjoying that number one position at the moment, but as you mentioned, he still has to do his pits.
As you can see, they are busy overtaking a few people, but those are mostly the people that have pitted, so they have dropped down a little bit on the leaderboard. That's the scary part about a pit, is you lose a few seconds on the clock and you allow people to overtake. So, but like I said, they still have to pit as well. So let's see what happens. Versace has dropped down to 8th position, and he is out of the pit. Oh, 9th position. He is out of the pits. He is back on the track. So 10th position now, sorry. And all he has to do now is try catch up to where he was. But the nice thing is the top 7 right now, they need to pit. They have not pitted yet, and they have to pit at least once.
That puts Hrubler in a very good position.
Yeah, like Shane says there, with them having to overtake a few people, Walken and Cadillac will be slowed down, which is true. They will be slowed down, so that gives pretty much everyone right behind them to try and catch up, especially since they still have to pit. It could change. The face of the top 3 could change at any moment.
Kralin is also into the pits now.
Yeah, as you can see, Kralin and Bego are in the pits. Mark Jensen from Facebook says, so annoyed I couldn't make this race. Unlucks, bud. We'll catch you in the next one, though. All right, so the top 4 they have to pit still, with a few others also having to pit still. JC Grobler is sitting in the 6th position now. He did fight for that one. Strategically waited his turn. Everyone thought, ha, he's sitting at 16th. He can't catch up, but he's a good racer. Oh, Shane, glad to hear you have power back.
You see Cadilla also doing his pit now.
Yeah, Cadillac is there in his pit. He's pulling out now. It's astounding how fast that man just put it, and he's going to be back on the track now. He's still sitting in 2nd position. He had a good lead there. He built up some extra distance. And Gaber's sitting there in 3rd position with his Audi. He still has to pit. Yep, and then Cadillac just dropped to 3rd. But as we've seen him before, he's such an astounding racer. He's most likely gonna push it forward and get back his position.
So when I say Mork in the chat, we love doing this. We'll always do it. And thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, thank you for the support. We really do appreciate it. We can't do it without you guys. I mean, can't stream for my mom all day, you know. Got to have someone else to stream to.
So Cadillac is now fully out of his pits. He's still in 4th position. He is in a very, very good position at the moment. Was this his strategy all along?
I believe so. So basically, he is sitting at 4th. That's so strategic, though. He's not just a good driver. He's very technical as well. Because look at that. The top 3 have to pit. Cadillac has pitted. He was sitting in 3rd. Those pits could launch him to 1st. The moment they pit, he's just going to launch to 1st position, and you know what he's going to do then? He's going to put pedal to metal and try to get as much of a lead as possible, and possibly take this one home as well. That will be the 2nd win this season for him. But anything could happen. Anything could happen.
In 25th position, right at the back, we have Dupria.
Yep. GT3 is sitting there in the 25th position.
If he wants to put points on the board, he's going to have to work hard to get to that 20th position.
Yes, yes. I'll mention again, only the top 20 gets points. We have F. Albertine here at the 20th position. He can go home earning 1 extra point there on that leaderboard. He is currently, let me quickly open here up the book. F. Albertine is currently sitting. I believe this is his first time racing, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no! Sorry, Frank Albertine. He's sitting at 19th currently. He does have a total of 7 points, so earning him that extra points tonight will hopefully help him a lot. So if you look at the top P, Haber did now go for the pit.
He's into his pit, so.
It seems he missed a little bit there. Came in too fast. Came in too hot.
Oh, that's going to cost him.
That is going to cost him a lot of extra time, which you kind of want to avoid. So we'll most likely see Cadillac now possibly go into 3rd position, and then we're still waiting on F. Vogel and Seawalken to pit. They have to pit. There is 1 mandatory pit for everyone. You can see that Cadillac is sitting in that 3rd position. And also, if you look closely, you'll see he is putting a bit more speed on it now. I mean, new tires, extra fuel. You're gonna burn it. We're nearing the 21-minute marker, so he's still got enough time to get into that 1st position and take the race. But like I said earlier, this man has been doing exceptionally well. And we saw a bit of his technical genius tonight come out. What do I want to say now? Sorry.
He's a man on a mission. He definitely
He's a man on a mission.
is a
Yes.
man on a mission.
Yes. So we're gonna. He literally has to end in the top 3, and he'll still have a strong lead. That's how well he's been performing, and we got to tip our hats to him. But that does not mean the rest of these races are not good. Most of these guys are driving so strong. I mean, Seawalken doing such a great job. Versace got into 5th position now after his pit. He did lose a lot of position, but he's trying to catch up. He's trying to channel that inner power of the pink Lambo.
Yeah, he's got 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's 20 minutes to get back to where he was. And I mean, we still have Walken and Vogel to pit. And also interesting, just to take note, JC Grobler is also there in that 4th position. I believe that man was also waiting for some pits, being technical about it and waiting for the right moment to pit. Or can we say it was luck? Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe a bit of both.
Maybe a bit of both.
These guys definitely do come in with strategies.
So
It doesn't always work out exactly like they want to, but I'm pretty sure they all do come in with a strategy.
If you can jump to quickly car 64, it looks like car 64 and 66 are very, very close to one another. So that's S. Janssen and then Pierre Galdenes. They're right behind one another. As you can see by the times, Pierre Galdenes is 0.379 seconds right behind Janssen, fighting for those 2 positions there.
And if I look correctly, there's only 4 people that still need to do their pits.
Yeah, that's correct. And 2 of those 4 are at the... Okay, well, 1 just pitted. Well, 2 of the people that need to pit are in the top 2 right now. So that could do... The closer they get to the end of the race and they pit, the more drastic it could be, because that will drop them down a lot unless they have the strategy to try and catch up, which is a bit hard to do because you know your opponent races are not gonna pit anymore. So you have to time at the right time as well. I believe the top two are trying to just get as much distance as they can, especially since C. Walken has been in the top 3 since the start of the race. So yeah, if we go look at Calais, Calais is not far behind Vogel now. And Vogel still has to pit, so that's a bit of a tough one for Vogel, because Vogel's going to feel that pressure now from behind. He's not going to know how to deal with that. Because if Calais takes him past and Vogel still has to go pit, yeah, it's a bit of a rough one.
And there we go. There's the overtake.
There we go. And that also just shows, like what we saw just there, that just shows the technical strength. Calais, the man can drive. He's been doing it for a while now. He can drive.
Yeah, like we said earlier, he is here to win.
Yeah, he wants those points. He wants to be on top of that leaderboard. And I can't blame him. He's driving one of my favorite cars on this track. Look at that speed to pick up there. Making Vin Diesel blush.
Versace is now in 5th position.
Yeah, but he's been sitting in 1st position for a while now. Struggling to catch up to JC Holder there. But yeah, he could secure himself a top 3 though, still. Because Walken still needs to pit and Vogel still needs to pit. And with Vogel losing that 2nd position, he's going to be a bit hurt when he has to pit. See Walken sitting comfortably there in 1st position. Yeah, he does have some good distancing there, but yeah, Cadillac's not very far behind.
Yeah, they're all on lap 26. The top 8 is, well, the top 9, sorry, now is all on 26.
27 laps now. Walken is on 27 laps. So yeah, Walken is just going to try and get as much pace as he can. I wonder when he plans to pit though, because we are nearing the 15-minute marker, and that man, yeah, he needs to pit. There's one mandatory pit. Still waiting to happen.
And Skalkvik still sitting around 12, 13 where he was earlier.
Von Skalkvik just keeping it there. Well, Sinarain is right in front of him. Temporarily in front of him, so it's kind of keeping the same there. We won't be seeing them in the race here. There's only going to be a few changes here. I see Pierre Haber in the Audi is trying to still catch up to Von Skalkvik, and he's right on his tail. So I mean that's a 0.4 seconds. So he can actually take him past if he gets the right opening, gets the right gap.
You just have to wait for that right gap.
Yeah, look at that. That's so close to taking him past there. But so close yet so far. Oh, this could be opportunity of taking past. Oh, and Von Skalkvik is a bit off the track. He was a bit forced off the track there, though. That is a bit of unluck there. So Shane says Walken has clean air and can pit 2nd last lap trying to make a gap. Yeah, he's definitely trying to make some good distance. He does know Cadillac's is in 2nd position trying to catch up to him. So
he's a full lap behind.
Yeah, so I think Walken is just trying to get as much distance between him and 2nd position, so that when he does pit, he can comfortably get in the pit and get out of the pit and still get to that 1st.
Does anyone in chat know how long a pit takes on this track?
So yeah, I just want to take note, Walker and Vogel still have not pitted. They are two of the three people that still need to pit. Dirk Haber also sitting in a 14th position has not pitted yet. I also would just like to mention again, if you're watching this race right now and you're enjoying it and you're having a great time, don't forget to subscribe to support RaceFace. And if you're enjoying the weather here in Zandvoort, give it a thumbs up, you know, if you got your sunscreen on. Mark Jansen from Facebook said, yeah, probably about 50 odd seconds. But yeah, like Shane says here, it depends on fuel and change, to be on change of tires, which yes, it does depend on those two factors as well. That does make a difference. And then, but yeah, Mark says odd about 50 seconds, so it's around about that time.
Well, I mean that means if Wilken is a whole lap ahead, it's a very good chance that he can pit and still be in number one.
Yeah, Shane says there, I believe that's why Cadillac was quick in pits, as he luckily didn't do anything. Yeah, he was very fast in the pit, so he might have not actually done anything. He might have just went in for the pits and gone for that full race. Tires must still be looking good, or fuel might be looking good, or he's maybe planning to get a quickie in as well. It all depends on all those factors and variables. But yeah, he's sitting on that 6th position. Yeah, if you have no damage, mandatory pit is 30 seconds, which should include tires and fuel, plus entry and exit. Thank you, Chad, for that informative information. I'm just so amped and so stoked, waiting for Walker to go for that pit. When is he gonna do it? Like, when is he planning to pit? He's getting such a good lead. He's on 30 laps now. He just hit 30 laps, and Cadillac is a full lap behind. So Walker is really just putting on the speed. He's just trying to get as far as he can. And we are nearing the 10-minute mark, the last 10 minutes of this race here in beautiful Zandvoort. Versace's current lap times.
His fastest lap time is 1.36.198.
1.36. And tell me quickly, what is Walken's fastest lap time and Cadillac's?
Cadillac's is 1.36.450. Wilken is 1.36.453. So it seems that Versace still holds the best lap.
Yeah, Versace definitely holding the best lap there. That is interesting information to know. Like he's sitting in that 5th position. I know the pits hit him a bit of a rougher time than the rest, but he's still trying to catch up to Krobler, which isn't too far ahead of him. Hoping to channel that inner pink Lambo power, you know. But he also does have Krayling right behind him, so he just needs to be very careful of how he's taking his corners, when is he giving power, and pretty much what's happening around him. So hope all this information assists with your question, Sorrel.
Pirelli and Cinerane fighting it out.
Yeah, for Pirelli and Cinerane, they've been fighting it out since the start of the race. Actually, they've been hard on each other's track, trying to take one another past. I know Pirelli's been trying his best to take past Cinerane, but Cinerane just keeps on denying him. Cinerane. So yeah, here we can see the total time, car number, laps, and the intervals. If you were interested in a bit more of the technical information. Did Grayling pit before or after Versace? So Grayling, if I'm not mistaken, did pit before Versace. If my memory is correct, I could be wrong. Do apologize if I am, but yeah, if I remember correctly, he did pit before him. Oof, I wonder when Wilkins planning to pit though. It's gonna be interesting to see. Do you think he's gonna? I think he's maybe just gonna like quickly pop in, do a quick touchy, say hi to the team, and then head out again. We do see him there, taking Dupre's past. Dupre is a bit lower on the leaderboard. He's on 21st, so he is lapping him. Yeah, and Cadillac is still a full lap behind Wilkin. It's only my precious Sorrel. Sorry if I butchered that name. That was oops.
Yes, that's one thing we do very well here at Evo is butcher names.
Something like a bit of a butchering of the name. So yeah, to take notes, there's still 3 people that need to do the mandatory pit. Same people that has been needing to pit for, I believe, about the last 20 minutes. And we are nearing the last 5 minutes of this race. So this is where anything goes. We're going to see a lot more of Broom Broom. And a lot more, and then a few people that's just going to try and keep their position because, like we said, it's all about them points.
Grobler, Versace and Grayling duking it out here.
Yeah, they're busy taking a fight here. Versace trying to keep that positioning, trying to get just up to Grobler, but Grayling wants it. Grayling wants to take Versace. He's had a few attempts, unsuccessful attempts. But yeah, let's see what's gonna happen. He's right on the hot on the heels of Versace, so I think Versace is just denying him a little bit, making sure he doesn't lose too much speed. And he's looking at Grobler. He wants Grobler. But this is gonna be all about the gaps. Read the flow, read the gaps. Look at that, hard in his trail. It's not far. It's a 0.43 seconds right behind him. Yeah, as Shane said, as Sorrel says there, if Walken and Vogel pit now, their tires will be fresh. And that's actually pretty good to have fresh tires in the last few minutes, that means you can just give pressure. You can just go. So I don't think if that is the strategy and that's what they're trying to do.
He will have to heat his tires up a bit. So I guess coming out of the pits, his first lap, he's gonna have to be careful.
Oh, definitely, definitely. So, but that's still, he's also got such a big lead ahead of Cadillay. So, I think he does want those fresh tires because then he's going to run that lap and then he's just going to go at it. And then
I'm pretty sure that these last couple of guys will pit any moment now.
Yeah. Sorry, Shannon, I'm not 100% sure what you mean. I lost all benefit at this point of the race, though, isn't it? Oh, benefit of changing the fresh tires. In a way, yes. But not really, because he has such a big lead. He can swap out the tires. He can yeah. Yeah, first tires, 1 hot lap for fastest lap. That is correct. Also his lead, like, you gotta remember, he's got a full one lap lead above Cadillay. We are now in the final 2 minutes. There's been 35 laps in total. We still need Wilken to pit, and we still need Vogel to pit, and also De Gaber. So it seems like those three might be doing the same strategy, or maybe they forgot to pit. That's also a possibility. Well, we'll see now in the last minute 30. Okay, we see now Wilken. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Wilken straight into that pit on lap 35, 1 minute 18. He's going in for the pit. He's gonna have to do. Oh, he's on his leader's on the final lap.
Yeah,
all right.
His final lap.
So he's just gonna do a hot lap. That's definitely what's gonna happen. Cadillay with also a 1 lap behind. So he's gonna try to catch up now. Vogel still hasn't pitted, so but Vogel should be going for his pit soon as well. So yeah, Fasaki, also take note, Fasaki is on 4th position now.
And Wilken is out of the pits.
Oh, Wilken's out of the pits already. Yeah, there he goes. He's out of the pits already. Look at that. Cadillay was 33 seconds. He only got to get that 30. Oh, Wilken. Oh, he got hit there. Oh, spinning out a little bit. That's that fresh tires. Yeah, that's the fresh tires and getting hit a little bit there. No, losing so much control there. That is just unlucky. Cadillay's right behind him now. Cadillay caught up there nicely. That little mistake could cost him.
I think he's got this in the bag.
And he just needs to finish his lap, and he's got it. Also, just take note, Fasaki is in 4th position now. He did take trailing past, and he's trying to catch up to Vogel. Vogel did have his pit as well. It also looks like the game is a bit not updating. Wilken did finish his pit though, but it says he still has to pit. Or am I mistaken there? Yeah, that is the bit that should have seeded. He should have opened up there for Wilken, but he sadly did not, and then making Wilken spin out. It's a bit unlucky there. We haven't really had any crashes that we could pick up from, so that was a bit of the first one we got to see.
And there we go, guys.
Oh, there we go. Wilken finishing. Wait. Wilken finishing 2nd. Wilken's pit did not count.
Yeah, you got a penalty.
He had a penalty there.
130-second penalty.
130-second penalty, pushing him to 2nd, and Cadillay taking 1st. Ooh, that is a bit of an unlucky streak there. Sadly, Fasaki. Wait.
Yeah, it seems
Walking,
like
yep,
that penalty did hurt him a lot.
That penalty hurt him a lot. Look at him drop down there to 5th position now. Sahi taking 2nd. The pink Lambo coming in 2nd. Yep, that's a bit of a mistake there that he made. Unlucky.
I'm sure he's going to be angry at himself for that one.
That is the top 5, as you can see there. Bruno Cadelet 1st position, Arnu Fasahi in 2nd, Jay Kreiling in 3rd, and then JC Grobler 4th, and then 5th we have Di Soretti. As you can also see, once again, a Mercedes AMG dominant top 5, as we've been seeing through the entire
does it
leaderboard.
again, huh? He does it again.
Yeah, Cadelli does it again. This is his official 2nd win of the season so far.
Another 30 points for him for the leaderboard.
Yep, that's correct. No, 30 points extra, and Fasaki finally putting on some points. But yeah, we cannot forget about Walken. Walken did have a very good race.
He did.
It's only unlucky about him pitting on the last lap.
That's very very sad. I mean, he drove his heart out.
So yeah, that's the rate. That's Zandvoort. Zandvoort, sorry, not Zandvoort. Zandvoort in Netherlands. It's been a hot day. It's been a good race. It's been an interesting top 5. I believe the next will be at Spa. So in 2 weeks' time, we hope to see everyone there. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. If you haven't given it a thumbs up for this heat in Zandvoort, give it a thumbs up. And yeah, go show your love on social media. Yeah, have a lovely evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us in this race.
Yeah, guys, next race will be 5th of March, round 4.
See you guys there. Oh.
Green light.